This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit.
Motown. We ain't been here in a couple of years, you know. They rocking their Nipsey Blue.
In the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Taken at the goal line.
Oh.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
It's the wrong time for that.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
King Von back.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the
That nigga pump fear, nigga's heart. Boy, I tell you.
That sort of opens the playbook now, second and short.
They don't know what to do when you get that rock. All it takes is one bounce out to the outside, he's gone.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Oh, who's that big motherfucker? What the fuck?
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Standing up like that. Let's open the playbook up.
This
That's
defense
all we gotta do.
for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now back to throw.
Oh, good play.
And he will not be able
Good
to
play.
hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong. And
He's
now
tired.
it's
He's
down.
injured.
That's exactly what defense is
He's already hurting before the game started.
Get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
Oh, my God.
Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Lions will take over.
We need that back. We need that back.
They've got good starting field
Who is this
position as they
Phillips?
come up
Who
here
is this?
1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Who is this guy?
They'll run. Here's the former Seminole. And he's going to take this ahead for
Who is
around
this
3
guy?
yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge
Is he
carry
hurt?
there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up
You get hurt in
to
practice?
set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Phillips. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now they're staring
Bite
at a
down.
3rd and 8. That last play.
Let's bite down.
backwards a yard.
Let's bite down. Oh,
Put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. gun. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
Oh, hell no. Get the fuck out of here. This is going to break all these tackles.
As they get him at about the 43. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he couldn't get it to check out. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
All right.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play.
That, too.
Let's work.
Does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get it up to
We got no JOK, no Woods. Let's lead the game into the quarterback's hands. Let's make the backup throw that ball.
Give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simple.
No, we just setting the jab, bro. That's all.
And wing it a big way.
Keep him honest.
Toward the midway point in quarter 1. On play action, they'll throw.
Oh.
The ball comes out.
What?
They say it's incomplete.
Put a check mark in the
Oh.
box where the defense
Yeah.
coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Young Mo.
As we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They said he ain't had no arm. That's what the word is on it. They said he ain't had no arm. He got a weak arm.
Great play there. 49 yards.
Something they smoking dope.
And the Falcons are on the board 1st here in this division round matchup. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerves showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Get off that.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Falons offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine
Oh my
sometimes
God.
you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if
That
you
boy
don't
Little
have
almost had his
nerves
first
in the
career
game, it's not gonna be a
interception.
great day for you. You're
Maybe
not gonna be
second.
ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
In motion, Slayton. Operating from the gun, Phillips. He's airing it out for Williams. That's
My fault. I knew he was going. So I was on the DB.
down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
It won't happen again.
Back to throw. Phillips.
It won't happen again. Let's go.
Able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pick.
Let's see what that backup. Let's see if it's throwing the pressure is high rated.
You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to be steering it
Going for that. Let's stand up.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense.
Let's stand up.
Well, because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking
Stand
for
up, D.
touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
We love coming to Motown. Some of our biggest games we played, you know.
Hands it off.
Good block. Good block.
To about the 34, a gain of just 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature. picture and make sure you don't get hurt.
More to change.
A couple extra tight ends into formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And they'll give him another shot.
More to change.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll look to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to the right or the left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure.
America's worst nightmare is back.
Able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a first.
America's worst nightmare is back.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completion.
Fresh off of injury reserve.
At the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards.
I know y'all out there was hoping Devon wouldn't come back and he wouldn't win the playoff game he first had to miss out on.
It's such an advantage.
I know y'all was hoping for that.
They're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get
Talking to all you punks out there on YouTube,
it's
man.
going to give you a great chance
You
to
know?
move on.
Back to throw now on first down. Being chased
Get that block.
left.
Get that block. Oh, man.
Have it in the red zone before
He'll do it.
crosses over out of bounds.
He'll do it.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I got this many seconds to find the target. After that, I have to tuck in and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground.
Ooh.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. 14 yards. And the Falcons add 6 to their lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
You put him in half pass.
Extra point splits the uprights. And then pushes it.
Gotta be ready, man. You gotta be ready. I normally skip it, but for big games, I make sure my guys is right. I might skip my drills, but I at least put them in half pass, though.
Not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Fucked around and got Woods hurt.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Off play action. Phillips.
Oh, my. Why can't I click on the right man? That was a pick.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Oh, wow, what a pass.
Takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Pick the ball off, bro.
It's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Oh.
He tries to force it in.
Wow.
It's intercepted. Now inside the 25.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
We're going to say that for later on. Let's say that play. Just in case we get close.
Here's second and 8.
Oh.
About the 5. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
I think you just want to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen.
We're not taking no points off the board.
And after the catch,
Play smart here. Play smart.
They'll run here on third and goal. And he's brought down. A nice little jump move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And they will stretch
Not taking no points off the board. Let's go.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding the 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get.
Come on, Whitmore. What the fuck are you doing?
To finish these drives in end zones.
Got a break on the ball.
Let's go through goalposts.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Phillips. It's complete to Falons.
Keep letting the same fucking bullshit happen. Alright, let's change the defense up.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half.
Let it stand in there, QB.
Like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball,
And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He got moves, okay.
It'll be second down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Come on, what? You just not gonna break on the ball? What are we doing?
Just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone to finish this off with 6.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Phillips looking middle, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good.
Let's go.
Everything falling apart now.
Let's go.
Another one intercepted.
Let's go.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they delivered.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return.
We're in the half, boy. Let's go.
They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
Oh, wow.
Find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, this defense
He's like underthrown and shit. Overthrown and underthrown.
Because the rush is providing pressure, and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive. Here they need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone. And
You see them white jerseys out there flying around.
Have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Looking to throw. Phillips. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup of 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? It's a quarterback sneak, and he's going to take it in for the Lion touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Lions are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening game score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
Rookie tight end.
It hasn't been his so far.
Playmaker.
I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Breaks a tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And now we get into the psychology
That's what they call it.
thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their
He came in the league rocking that 32. It wasn't by coincidence.
I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot.
It wasn't by coincidence. Let's go.
Really try to put the hammer down and finish this one.
Weird.
A gain of 3, second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. This one swung out to Williams. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time they were waiting for him. He's going to be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They're bringing us about right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start trying to put him in a submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. change now. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's wrapped up, taken down at the 25. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Sheds off the tackle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
It's a problem.
Run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the 2nd half. You've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Ooh. Boston. He's that guy.
Pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers.
Get on him. Yeah.
In their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the ball and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. They certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Go get him.
Pressure ball, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Buried by multiple defenders.
That's what we wanted. Leave the game in the rookie's hands, or whoever he is.
Action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense,
Ooh.
they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
That huge loss on the sack.
You got to get in the ice till after this
more
one.
difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Way to be there, Kershaw.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and shorter zone and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Taken right around the 44. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Would it be their Kershaw?
First and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh,
God. They sack him back at the 42. That will set him back.
let's take these guys. I don't like how they just hit Bond like that. I don't like it. My fault. Get these guys out of here. It's on you.
10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Steps away to his left.
Oh, wow.
Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Come on now. Underthrow the ball.
Now inside the 25.
You gonna underthrow the ball like that?
Interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Dancing to his left. He's got it. So
Good
they
pass.
convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So they throw the pick.
I gotta bring the starters back in.
Now, as this one's in the air.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Honeycutt. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. You got to make sure you hit it just right.
The Falcons on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Honeycutt. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And bulldozing his way through. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams.
Oh.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll send the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 6. And he's got his man in stride.
Big Dolphins, let's go.
Down to the 6.
Way to be there.
On a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll go with the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup. And the Falcons have a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the run. Williams loses the football. It looks like one of the DBs has it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. Simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Come on, Dolphins. We need you next game. Don't do that.
Appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, they come out and take a
look.
We
call the number quite often.
Step aside for just a moment. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
He an end or a linebacker? Try to get him in free agency.
Honeycutt. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is going to have the Lions first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Phillips. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And running with power here. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, wait.
And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. This play on time. This is when it matters most.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Phillips. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. And so he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Oh, no.
He stopped immediately there. And
oh, no.
Stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Oh, no.
Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Honeycutt. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough. And they're back now with 3rd and 1.
Always laugh when people
Oh,
say
God, that was scary. That was scary. I thought he was done.
Good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Operating from the gun, Honeycutt. That is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown.
The big boy.
Add to their totals.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
You want to hit my kicker now? It's crazy.
Penalty's not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And down inside the 10, they finally stop him. But what a return. It'll be 1st and goal.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens. But you have to figure, they thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that was picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. They'll run straight ahead with Ware. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And they have secured a spot.
Let's go to the NFC.
And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Detroit.
Game manager, y'all. Y'all see that?